What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Vulgar Uplander, and I'm coming with you to a special episode or whatever the hell this is. This is the Vulgar Uplander presents Upland Things of the Year Awards, presented by your boy L Slack. And this is a special occasion, so I did dress up, and yes, I am wearing a tie. Yes, I also know it doesn't match. That's the point. You're gonna live. Anyway, if I can't dress up and take this thing seriously, how in the hell do I expect you guys to take it seriously during such a prestigious event? So, um, this award show is about the things that I've experienced in Upland and the things that I have I have thought to be whatever the categories are. So, it's just my opinion. It's my fucking show, and I'm gonna put on here whatever I want, and this is what I've come up with. So, like it or love it, this is what we got. I actually had 10 categories, but I turned it down to 6 just for the interest of time. So, if you are at all interested in the other categories, you just let me know, and I may make a future video with the cut categories. So, without further ado, let's proceed. First category is Best City Release 2023. The nominees are... Oh, my stupid head is in the way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Trust me when I say it's Miami, London, and Tokyo. Let me talk a little bit about Miami. Miami, friends, is a pretty fucking cool city release. They did some really new features, some really new features. That sounds weird. Some really cool new things, and added some new features like the burn mechanic. They had the passes, so you can get cool things. So you can get property even if you're not able to jump on the city live, which was really neat. I thought it was really cool. I didn't get one, so whatever. I still was able to mint properties. No big deal. I just thought they introduced a lot of really cool things into Miami, which is something they should keep doing. So I thought this was a great addition. And mind you, I had a list of all the cities, and these are the 3 that I broke it down to. Same with all these categories. I had a long list of things, and then I broke it down to my three favorite. London was really cool because it was a pretty expensive tier 1 city that I was not prepared for, but I managed to pull some pretty cool properties. So I was pretty stoked about that, and that's about the time when I started taking things a little bit more seriously in the game. So it had a little bit of a sentimental piece to it. My phone was making a thing. Third category, or not third. Third nominee is Tokyo. I thought Tokyo was super cool. I got some property over here, and what was the best part for me was that I was making so much money off of the few properties that I owned with the sends, because before the cities got nerfed, Tokyo was just making me all kinds of upics with all the send fees. So I was super stoked about that. But as you know, we can only have one winner, and the winner is London. This is where shit really started turning around for me, and I bought some property in there and I listed them. I made that mistake that they say not to make, where you list your property for sale, doesn't sell, and then once the collection reveals, boom, it sells instantly because I had it too cheap. But I still had it listed pretty damn high for me. I just could have got more money, so it wasn't like I lost my ass in it. And when I sold that property, I think I bought it for I don't know, pretty cheap. And I sold it for like 65,000 Upix. Maybe I spent like 12,000 on it or something like that. And I sold it for 65. That was kind of a turning point for me where I was like, holy shit, this can do something cool. So, and then I was able to buy my first car in the game, and I started diving into some other cool stuff, and I started making a lot more Upix than I had been. So anyway, pretty neat, pretty neat. I was very stoked about London. London was a big turning point for me. So that is your winner. Congratulations, London, for being the Vulgar Uplanders best city release of 2023. Next category, our second category, is most disappointing. Our nominees are, my head is cutting this off, but I'll tell you the first one here, Mission Center. Second, Uncollected Earnings Cap. And the third one, Hackathon 2023. Mission Center, I was really looking forward to something cool coming out of the Mission Center. So far, it's been extremely disappointing because I've only had like a couple missions come out of there. Half of them didn't work. They started disappearing. It's been so buggy with my account specifically. Maybe others too. I don't know. But I think they could do so many cool things with this. And I know it's kind of right now for onboarding new players. But I don't know. I think they could do some cool stuff with it that they just haven't done much with. And so it just sits there and is always fucking empty. And that bothers me. Second is Uncollected Earning Cap. This really bothered me before I was my director status. I was just pro, and I could only have 500 Upix before it capped out. And that was a real pain in the ass because sometimes while I was at work, I would, if I didn't check it in the morning before I went to work, I would reach that cap and I was just not collecting Upix. That, I don't know. There's too big of a gap between 500 and then 12,000. If they would have given you like 1,000 or like 2,000, I feel like that would have been totally fine. I would have never had an issue with it. But 500, man, I really had to be on like multiple times a day to make sure that I wasn't losing Upix with my earnings as a pro. So that was really annoying and very frustrating. And then Hackathon 2023, I was super stoked when they announced, and most, let me be specific about this. It's the FIFA World Cup track. They announced that they were going to do some FIFA stuff, and they were going to have this game or mechanic around the FIFA 2023 Women's World Cup. And I know that it's still probably coming from what I've heard, but it was super disappointing that they couldn't get the deal done. They couldn't make it happen, and it couldn't get launched during the World Cup or even close to that time. So, I mean, we're already in 2024. Nothing's happened with it yet. So that was super disappointing to me because I was really looking forward to something like that. I'm a big soccer fan, and I'm a big women's soccer fan. Was a Portland Thorns season ticket holder. So I was super stoked about that, as I probably know more women's soccer players than I do the men's. So that was a bummer. But again, can only have one winner, so let's see who it is. The winner is Uncollected Earning Caps. This was bullshit that my earnings cap was only 500 until I hit director. Like I said, super annoying. It was such a pain in my ass that if I didn't check Upland multiple times a day, I was going to get shafted and just lose out on Upix. So that was really fucking annoying. But I made director, and now it's not an issue. So until I get, further up the chain into my director status, then maybe it becomes an issue. Maybe 12,000 isn't enough. I don't know. I feel like it'll probably get to that point. But we'll see. For now, it was fine. That was the most disappointing thing I had to deal with in 2023. So fuck you, Upland, for doing that. But kudos to almost every other thing you do. All right. Third category is Best Layer 2 Experience. Now, again, this is not the best Layer 2 experience that Upland has to offer. This is what I've experienced. These are my awards. So, this is from my perspective. So, the nominees are I can't say this, Polimo Metafort, Uplandia, and the UPX Spark Exchange. So the X Metafort, super cool. I know that was kind of at the tail end of 2023 when they got that thing launched, but it was pretty rad. You get to go in there and you get to shoot some guns, buy some cheap packs, and shoot the shit out of some targets. So I can't wait to see what they do with that in 2024. It was pretty neat. Uplandia was pretty cool. I really like how it's kind of like a old school choose your own adventure text sort of thing through Discord, which I think is really, really neat. I think that's a really cool concept and something me and my daughter would sit around and kind of do quests for a while there until she got tired of doing that with me. But anyway, it was something that was really neat and that me and my daughter enjoyed, and we'll probably come back to it again. They're kind of adding new stuff seemingly on a somewhat regular basis. They keep working on it and people keep coming up with new stories and expansions, so I'm really excited about Uplandia, and I've heard some rumblings that they might move it to a web-based thing, so that would be pretty cool too. So I can't wait to see more from that. And then third, the UPX Spark Exchange. That thing is rad, I think. I'm not going to speak on what it's done in 2024 yet, but what it was doing in 2023 with being able to take what spark you have, or even if you had a little bit of spark like me, and you could go put it on properties and you could make some passive earnings by just helping people complete their contracts was pretty neat. So I enjoyed that. It was something that I did. It wasn't like the most groundbreaking thing, but it was something that I enjoyed. So I thought it was a cool layer 2 experience. There's some other cool layer 2 experiences that I didn't add on here because I didn't spend a lot of time. Like Kingdoms was pretty neat, but I just could not get into it. There's a couple I didn't try, so don't shoot me because I didn't put your favorite one on there. These are just the ones that I enjoyed the most. So I know there's some other really cool ones that I didn't add on here just because I didn't spend enough time with them and I didn't have much to say. So anyway, the winner of the, what did I say this category was? Best Layer 2 experience is the X Polimo Metafort. What's better than cheap guns and shooting shit? I don't know. Nothing. I think it's rad. I think it's super cool. You get a FPS point of view, and you got these guns, and they level up. And I don't know exactly what I'm doing in there, but I think it sounds cool. It looks cool. The concept is really neat. I like how cheap the packs are. Based on what I know about it, you're going to be able to move those through maybe some other ecosystems. There's a lot of really cool features with this, and I think this is just the tip of the iceberg for them. So I'm very, very excited about where they're going to go with the X Polimo, with the Metafort. Super rad. Moving on. Fourth category is Best Totem. Best Totem. Your nominees are the Dragonfly, the Gorilla, and the Shark. Dragonfly looks cool. They're seemingly unassuming, and they just kind of, in the real world, they're kind of annoying, but I think they really made a cool looking dragonfly. All the different ones in here in this game. I think that these totems are really cool looking. I really like the dragonflies. Gorillas, I don't have a gorilla yet. It's one of the ones I really, really want to get. I thought the gorillas turned out really, really cool. And I would love to own one. So I don't got a lot of time before the 9th. Maybe I'll own one later. Maybe when they're all dead and spent, I'll go buy one. But anyway, I think they look really neat. I would love to own one of those. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then third is the shark. Again, I thought the shark looked awesome. There were some other cool totems, but these were my 3 favorite. When I first saw the shark, I was like, oh, I got to get one of those. And my son loves sharks. So, you know, he talks about them all the time. I see them all the time. I thought they did a really good job with making these fucking sharks. So, yeah. Let's see who the winner is, shall we? Your winner is the dragonfly. Yeah, mostly because it's the only one I have. I have a dragonfly and I have a palm tree. Palm tree I thought was lame. Looked lame. I don't know why they chose a freaking palm tree, but whatever. I have a palm tree and I have a dragonfly. It's cool. I think it looks awesome. It's one that I own, so of course it's gonna win. If I had a gorilla, it would win, but I don't. I have a dragonfly, so it's the winner because obviously this is my award, and I have a dragonfly. So you'll deal. Yeah. What does it say? I have it cut off. Well, shit. It's the coolest one I have, and I don't have the other 2. So that's that. 5th category is biggest surprise. There were some pretty cool surprises this year, and I had to narrow it down to 3, which was no easy task. Your nominees are Sparklet, the London 24-hour expansion, and the Miami exclusive buildings. So, Sparklet, nobody saw this coming. They were teasing some big announcement thing or something that was coming down the pipe, and there was a lot of speculation what it could be, and I don't think this was on anybody's radar, which kind of took Upland and knocked it on its ass a little bit, because I think this is a really huge deal for Upland. I think this is going to be a game changer. The London 24-hour expansion, I thought this was really fucking rad, because sometimes with these longer windows where people can plan, it can put some people at disadvantage. Similarly with this, but for a player like me, who's relatively small, a quick 24-hour expansion was pretty neat. What I didn't like about it was that it kind of poo-pooed on the treasure hunting aspect of it, which I wasn't involved in, but you know, I heard about it. Not a big deal. It kind of lowered the price of the properties over there. But I went and got some properties in this 24-hour expansion, and you know, sold them, because that's what you do sometimes. That's what I did. It was neat. I really liked the 24-hour thing. I didn't have to wait very long. It was just a day, and then I could snatch up some properties. I flew my ass over there. I got some upics and boom, bought some props. It was pretty neat. I know there's a lot of people who didn't like it, but I loved it. I love the 24-hour expansion. I hope they do more of these, where these really short windows where they expand cities. I think it was really, really neat. Third, the Miami exclusive buildings. Now, I would have liked it better had they had a little bit of variety in the colors, but I thought that these buildings, and sorry it's stretched out, it looks weird, but I had to make it fit in squares, so whatever. I thought these buildings looked pretty cool. They're also kind of odd, and I like weird things. If you couldn't tell with my ensemble here. Yeah, I thought this was neat. I really like a lot of things they did with the Miami launch, and I like that these are never coming back, and if you built one like I did, then no, I'm not answering that. We're just gonna let that thing ring. And it's gonna be annoying. Anyway, I really like the Miami building. I think it's rad. I like that now that I built, nobody else is going to have it after this period of time, even though everybody seemed to have built one. Um, it'll be neat. It'll be neat. So it gives a little extra flair to the city. So let's see who the winner is. I bet you already know. The award goes to Sparklet because it's fucking huge. Are you kidding me? This is a big deal. This is going to bring new players to the game. This is going to create a whole nother little ecosystem thing. There's just so much that Sparklet's going to be able to do for this community. I think it's going to be rad. I don't think anything tops this, to be honest with you. This is just the neatest thing. It won the vote by a pretty large margin, and I think it is going to be one of the single most influential pieces to this game. It might be the thing that really sends this thing to the mainstream. So I'm really excited to see what Sparklet does for Upland and everybody else in 2024 and beyond. So yeah, this one was a obvious winner. Moving on to our final award of the evening, or should I say afternoon? Depends when you're watching this. Our sixth and final category is Best New Feature. This was the biggest list I had. I had a whole bunch of things on this list, so it was very difficult to narrow these down to three of my favorite things, my three best new features for my little peon brain. The nominees are totems, cafes, and the burn mechanic. So, starting with totems. Totems are the beginning of life. I think that totems are something that really adds another function to the game. I think it's something that is going to keep people engaged. I think it's something that is help moving the game forward. I like the idea of Protem. This is their test before they move into life, and we'll see based on how we operate with totems, how they're going to incorporate whatever information they gather from this to life. I think this is a big moment for the game, and something that will add a really cool feature that just kind of enhances what we're already doing. We got properties, we got med adventures, we're gonna have life. We got these totems that we have to kind of babysit. I just think that this is super neat, and this is gonna bring just another layer of engagement and fun and experimentation to the game. I can't wait to see what happens with this. Cafes are super cool. It's a nice hub. It's a nice place where you can go and gather. I'm a big fan of like future stuff, metaverses. If you couldn't tell, I really loved the book and movie Ready Player One. This kind of reminds me of like that, and if they ever do like a prequel of Ready Player One and what the beginning stages look like, I can imagine it looks something like cafes where you jump into a hub. I think eventually Upland and Nowhere could just turn into one big giant, not cafe, but just it could just be that. You just log into Upland and that's what you're doing. You're driving your cars in a first person view or a third person view. You're not just going to cafes. That whole thing is like that. Kind of like Ready Player One. I think you could get there someday as technology advances. And I think this is just the beginning stages. So cafes and these 3D environments, I think, are super huge, and I think are something that is just a foundation to what the metaverses and the future could be for this kind of thing. So I'm very excited about this and kind of seeing where it grows. And then third, the burn mechanic. I think the burn mechanic is something that we should have been doing a long time ago, but I'm glad it's here. You see it in a lot of other NFT or cryptocurrency things. Those assets get burned, creates scarcity. makes things more valuable. I just think that there's a lot of cool things that Upland can do with the burn mechanic. They've already started doing some of that stuff with Miami. And then with these block explorers, and looks like they're dinking around with it a little bit here and there. So this is just a start, I think, for them and what a burn mechanic can do for creating rarity and maybe cool exclusive items. I think there's a lot of improvement that could be done with the burn mechanic. I think some of the things that they're doing could end up being really pricey to get this rare thing. But you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. It's pretty neat, and I think that there's a bright future for this burn mechanic within the game. It's something that I've been looking forward to, and I hope they do. I hope they do more of. So, without further ado, we got to name a winner for our final category. So let's see the transition and see who wins this last and final, most important award. The award goes to totems. Totems are the start of life, which I feel is going to be huge. This is the beginning of something amazing. Yeah, life is going to be groundbreaking. We have so many cool features coming to Upland with the totems starting their cycles here soon, and life will be somewhere around the corner. We have Sparklet coming in 2024. I was talking about the burn mechanic and the cafes and optimizing those spaces. But totems is something that we've been kind of sitting on and waiting for to see what the hell is going to happen with these things. And now that I know that, you know, this is about 2023, but you know, we just heard about totems and what they're going to be doing. There's been a lot of hype around these things, and people have been speculating, and I think a lot of people got a lot of the speculation kind of right based on what I was reading. So I just think that totems were the best thing, the best announced thing we had all year. It created a lot of hype, and it was something that I was super excited about. I got 2 of them. I couldn't afford to get a bunch of them. I wish I had more capital and UpX, but I just don't. So I'm a small player doing small player things, but I got 2 of them. So I'm excited to see what happens next. So 2023 was cool to see this thing come to life. It hasn't yet, but it will. But just collecting these things and seeing how excited people were about it, and doing all the guessing and speculating, and people buying and selling, and you know, there was just so much hype and talk and community around totems that for me it was hard to ignore that this would be the winner of this category. So anyway, that is that's all I got. That is the Vulgar Uplanders, you know, things, Upland Things award show for 2023. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope I gave some amount of entertainment. If I did, like, subscribe, comment, please. That would be awesome. If you have an opinion, or you have your favorite things of the year, leave them in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it. If you want to see some of the other categories I had that I didn't post on here, let me know, and maybe I'll post them, or I'll you know, make another short video or something. But for now, that's it, folks. And I'm glad we got through 2023, and I can't wait to see what 2024 holds. There's a lot of cool shit already on the horizon. It's the 5th day of the new year, and there's already been so many cool announcements. I can't wait to get going. This is going to be a badass year, and yeah, I look forward to connecting with some more of you fine folks in the community. So hit me up, check out the channel, spread the word, and if you got any cool ideas, let me know. Comment down below about the things that you feel are best, or what categories you like the best. I don't give a shit. Just comment. That makes it good for me. Engagement is a win for all of us. So until next time, folks, this is the Vulgar Uplander. I'm Elslack, and thank you. Peace.